What's up, everyone? It's been, I don't know, about a week or something like that, right? Again, like I said, I'm trying to be a little more consistent with the videos and teaching stuff or whatever. Um, Today, it's a little bit chilly in here. I'm gonna put these gloves on, so I'm gonna grab these locks that have been sitting in here for a few days. They're freezing cold. Yeah, I'm being wimpy. Um, Anyways, so today what I kind of wanted to do, I guess it's not too much of a really a teaching video, but more of a why I don't teach this specific thing video. uh, Let me grab it. Got my lockpick set. Yeah, look, Austin's finally doing a lockpicking video. Nope, I'm gonna show you guys why I don't do a lockpicking video. So when it comes to lockpicking, oh, that's great. Cool. Yeah. So on these lockpicks, so this is a $10 one that I bought off of Amazon. And it does good, you know, it does the job okay. But on it, so because it's got all these different lock picks, right? Okay, there's all these different lock picks. It's got the hook pick, it's got a comb rake, whatever you want to call it, you know, just different style picks, right? For different reasons, people have different preferences. It comes out really good. And then it's got a little tension bar and stuff too, okay? And like when it's all sitting down in where it's supposed to be sitting, let me push that down more. It sits in here like this, okay? Here's the tension bar, okay? So it's all nice, compact. It's really nice. It's sweet. I like it. I like the versatility of it. You know, the easy access to other picks and stuff. The only thing is on the back here, there was a screw that I guess I apparently lost somewhere. Not in here because I don't see it on the floor. Um, but um, you loosen the screw so you can pull your, you know, whatever pick out. When you tighten the screw back up after you have your pick out, okay, so that it'll stay still so it won't wiggle so much, because otherwise you got to kind of like really hold it, you know, and as you're doing what you're doing. But it's still usable. It's fine. It's cheap too. Like I said, it's $10. Um, but I'm gonna show you guys why I don't do lock picking videos. I'm gonna set that up there. Um, let's see. Okay, so I just got done doing a job, as you guys saw in the last video that I was working on. I was actually working on, I think it was the last video, where I was working on some commercial handle. I don't have that other one that I was using as a demo because it's garbage. Anyways, so I got done with the job, okay? Got everything replaced, everything's installed, it's all looking good, right? And usually when I do a job, I get the old locks and stuff. These locks and everything I had actually bought last year when I replaced the locks originally, and then they just weren't working out real great, so um, I took these back because they are kind of junk. So I mean, you can use them for small stuff. They're just they're not meant to be beat on and roughed up and stuff, and a lot of people don't think about that. So they're like, oh, it's a piece of metal, like it's strong. No. So I'm going to show you guys why I don't do a lock picking video, okay? And a lot of it is literally just because when it comes to lock picking, two things happen. Well, I should say three things. One, it takes a long time. Or two, it's super quick, which is usually what's wanted. You know, it's nice when it happens. And you just get in there and you're all good to go. So here's my deadbolt. Okay, it's all put together. It works. Okay, it's just not on a door frame. Okay, but this is the lock position. I've got my tension bar in, and with deadbolts, okay, so looking at it, when you're looking at your deadbolt, here's your latch, you know, now it's unlocked, now it's locked. When you are picking a deadbolt, try to think of the way the latch has to go to be in the unlocked position. So I'm going to stick my tension bar in here like this, and I'm going to rotate it. Me looking at it, I know on the camera it's a little bit backwards, but me looking at it, so I'm looking at it face to face now on the right side, okay, clockwise, okay, I'm going to tension it clockwise so that as I go through and I'm picking it, once the pins are all set, then it'll unlock. I'm going to go ahead and use a hook pick, okay, just like this guy here. And I go through, you just go through one by one, check all your pins. You start at the first one, which is the closest one to you, and you just keep working your way back. And as you work your way back, keep that tension. You might have to play around with the tension a little bit. Because if you put too much tension, then you're not gonna get anything. But if you don't have enough tension, then you know you're not gonna set them. Also, so one thing I want to mention too, when you're doing quick set locks, and I did this on purpose, but so here's your keyhole, okay, and the way I had this set in there is so that it was tensioning this way, but eventually it might slip, so it gets notched up into that little cut in there. So what I like to do is I like to bring it so it's like this, okay, and then just come in on this flat side here. It holds a little bit better. It doesn't want to slip as much, as I should say, depending on which way you're rotating it, okay. Sometimes you can get them stuck in there too. But for the purpose of the way that I'm rotating this one, you can let it be all cockeyed in there a little bit. I just wanted to mention that, like, always make sure that it's like in there good though when you are doing it, just because I remember the first time I had the tension tool like kind of slip on me like it just did, and I thought it was turning the lock and I wasn't, and then I had to reset all my pins. So one thing I do like to do that I want to bring out, if I can get it, trying to, oh my goodness, trying to get these picks out. wearing gloves and keeping the tension on my lock. So these picks are cool. Okay, little rake pick. What you do is you stick it in there. Okay, and with these, you're kind of just ramrodding it in a sense. And this kind of helps. You can pick a lock like this. But it kind of does a couple different things. So one, it kind of acts like a bump key in a sense, you know, like when you're ramrodding it, when you're raking it back and forth. And then it'll kind of help initially set some of those pins. Add too much tension on that. Usually what I do is I'll go through and I'll rake it a little bit. And then after I've raked it a little bit, then I go back to my hook pick. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my hook pick and just go through, test them all out. And this is why I don't do lock picking videos, is because sometimes it takes a while. I mean, yeah, I get practice, all this stuff, whatever, right? In which, I mean, I'll admit, like, I do gotta practice more. I do gotta start doing a bunch of this stuff a lot more often. But the purpose of this video is just to kind of explain that lock picking isn't like the movies, okay? You know, yes, there are people out there that are locksmiths or into the whole lock sport stuff that can pick a lock fast and very amazingly, like the lock picking lawyer. Does a really good job, I think, an amazing job. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, go check him out. Just look up lock picking lawyer, and I mean, that guy can pick a lock. I mean, he would have been done like a week ago. But yeah, so that's kind of my purpose in this video, is just to show you guys, like, I've gotten some locks within seconds, but then sometimes, I mean, you struggle. And this one, it's that very back one. And of course, like, you know, if this was on a house or something like that, like, it's frustrating because then it's like my instinct is like, hey, is your window unlocked? Because I'd rather just get in through your window. Like, and I'll admit, yeah, I've gone in through some people's windows just to avoid having to pick a lock. If you're also like me too, when it comes to lock picking, it's kind of a frustrating thing. I have a hard time with small precision stuff, or like using power tools and equipment, just because arthritis and everything. does not feel comfortable in the hands. Anyways, so that's one of the reasons why I don't do lockpicking videos. It's because for me, it takes forever. I mean, I will attempt it at least. Thankfully, a lot of the times with locks like these, I don't have to worry about picking the lock, because I mean, this, all I need to do is take these screws out, and I'll show you real quick. It's another reason why I prefer when people just, you know, send me their locks and stuff. This is also, so, and even if you give me a lock, okay, say you have a set of locks like these ones, these I just forgot to ask for the keys back, which isn't a big deal. I can redo them to whatever keys that I choose to do. So these screws are long too. I'm pretty sure I've showed this on these deadbolts as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, finally there's one screw out. There we go. So let's take it apart. All you gotta do, take your latch guy out. Then you get down to this point, okay? And from here, I mean, all you gotta do, really, in this situation, is take this guy off, and then you can start rekeying it and everything. But yeah, that's why I don't do lockpicking videos. Is because sometimes it takes me forever. Sometimes it's pretty quick. Also, I don't feel like people staring at me that long when I'm just, you know, trying to, like, I don't know. For someone like me, it's like embarrassing. But something else I wanted to bring up in this video is just some other tools, some other locksmithing tools that are pretty cool, if you guys are unaware. So when you, some locksmithing tools that you should be aware of, like I've shown in other videos, got some tweezers, right? This is just a normal pair of tweezers that I bought from Ace Hardware. They're the precision tweezers that are in the tool section. The General brand, I think, is what it is. I know at our Ace Hardware, it's down, what is that, aisle 10 or something like that, with all the, they just did a bunch of moving, they moved a bunch of stuff around, some different planograms. But I know it's down the aisle that has like the DeWalt drill bits, the other odd and end tools and stuff like that, right? They've got the Dremel stuff down there too now. Anyways, yeah, so just standard pair of tweezers. The cool thing about, or the thing that I don't like about just normal tweezers, these ones are really nice, but like regular set of tweezers that you can get with like a generic rekey kit off of like Amazon or whatever, the tweezers are very cheap and flimsy, And I mean, you sit there, let me find a, I was hoping I had, oh, you know what? I'm like, I wish I had some junk pins, and I've got an entire tray sitting right here. So, here's a pin, right? And a lot of the times, especially if you're rebuilding a cylinder, you gotta squeeze these, okay? And I'm squeezing pretty hard, okay? I mean, examples like that, okay? Yeah, no, I think that's gone. No, it's right there. Yeah, I mean, like I'm squeezing it pretty hard, okay? The standard pliers that I usually would have gotten in different rekey kits are very flimsy. I mean, you start putting pressure on it and it just wants to shoot out right away, which is frustrating and not what you want when you're rekeying. Okay, so these are really good. I mean, they'll work out. I do like these ones a lot. But you can also get some other tweezers that are way better designed for rekeying. Some of them look like this. So it looks like a standard set of tweezers, except for on the end there, okay, it's got the different shaped ends, and that's so that it'll fit a pin in there, you know, and it holds it pretty good, okay. The only thing that sucks is the second you let it go of any pressure, you know, your pin's gonna drop, okay. And with this tweezer that I bought it off of Amazon, but I got a set like this too, okay. It's got that same end, but for those of you that aren't aware of these, the way these work is that tension is being kept. I'm not putting any pressure on it. And with these ones, all you do is you squeeze them to open them up, okay? The thing I love about these are, I mean, I can grab my pin and I don't have to apply pressure, which for someone like me who has a hard time with grip, these are amazing because all I gotta do is at least grab the pin, and then if I'm like rebuilding a cylinder or whatever, you know, slide it in, get it on there, you know, and I don't have to worry about constantly applying pressure, which is nice. So yeah, if you or anyone you know is looking for some good locksmithing tools, check out these tweezers. You can get them on Amazon. They're like, I think I spent like $15 or something like that. And they're a pretty good, thick, heavy duty. They're not flimsy. Not a lot of, you know, you got to put some muscle into it to bend them. But yeah. Also, so real quick, next week, March 10th, which is also my birthday, is the 1 year anniversary that Cowboy Security has been open. So starting on March 10th until the end of the month, I am going to be doing a special deal discount. I will have it on Facebook and I will also put it on the website as well. But from March 10th to the end of the month, doing I'm going to be doing a 25% off all services, and that's just from March 10th till the end of the month. Doing 25% because I started in 2025, so I'm gonna wiggle this around a little bit just so I know in the video. Yeah, stick my fingers up. I don't know. Drink some coffee. I'm going to be doing 25% off all jobs that are $150 or more, just to, I don't know, try to be helpful in a way or whatever. I don't know how to put it. I know it's like, I was trying to think of something to do. I don't know, I'm running out of ideas for deals and discounts and everything. There's only so much I can do. I feel like I did all of it last year. But yeah, so trying to think of some different stuff as I go along. Yeah, so from March 10th till the end of March, everything over $150, you get 25% off. So as long as you're spending $150, okay? If it's $149.99, it doesn't apply, but $150, you're gonna get 25% off, and that starts on March 10th and ends on March 31st. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna start working on some of these locks, and yeah, so I'm gonna try to figure out how many I want to do, like how I want to do it, like, because I have 2 deadbolts and like 6 knobs or 8 knobs or whatever, and yeah, so usually I would do like sets. Like if I had the same amount of deadbolts as I do knobs, you know, I would like pair them and like key them together, something like, hey, here's, you know, and then do them like that or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, I might keep all this in the video, I might not. So if it's not in the video, you know, it's because I don't want to bore you guys or anything. If it is in the video, cool, I guess. You know, you can always watch me, you guys can watch me rekey more crap. I'm gonna turn some music on because holy crap, is it quiet and boring in here. Let's see, what do I want to listen to? Let's go with some Irish. But yeah, so, and you know what's crazy? It was all nice and warm. It wasn't freezing, and now it's like, I don't know, it's like in a day it got really cold. But yeah, not fun, I can say that. Yeah. And all my rekey stuff is in my truck. also real quick. So, you know, sometimes on your door, you know, you put your knob on there and everything, but there's still that little bit of a gap around it and everything, right? So, if you ever want to fix that, go find yourself a plate like this. You can usually find them at a hardware store. I know Ace sells them. That's where I bought most of these. You can get them on Amazon and stuff too, but yeah, they're pretty nice. They help cover up that, you know, area. They do come, I've found them in silver and then in brass. I don't know if they come in any other color or material or anything like that. But these are pretty nice to help cover up those hole sections. It's on wood. I don't know if I would use these. I'd maybe try to do something a little bit different. Like some cork would be cool. Or if you could make yourself a ring like that out of wood, that'd be cool for like a wood door. But I wouldn't use a metal one. It would look cheesy, I think. But yeah. So, and they just slide right through. They just slide right through the latch part. And yeah, so. Anyways, so that's that. Yeah, that's why I don't do locksmithing videos or lock picking videos. Sorry, and why yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so that's why I don't do lock picking videos and show you guys a couple other cool tools. So, anyways, yeah, y'all have a good one. Take care.